It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports.
And we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It is still summer in the Midwest and a pleasant summer day as we are set for football at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. DeAndre Carter back deep. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Here we go. Play a little aggressive, baby. That play a couple of times already.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw there complete to Myers. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again. Renfrow bringing it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And it's he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally, when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Open man is Myers. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Garoppolo now.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket, going for it all.
And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, That can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs takes it in from a yard out, and the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
These two teams all tied after 1.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Bilal Nichols in there to take him down.
Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack by Jordan Willis.
One of the best in the NFL, in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here comes Carter. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. To throw, it's Garoppolo. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the 17, Garoppolo. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
This is your game, baby. Let's be smart.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Play action. Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That's the way to make it. Take that.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On 2nd down at 4. Garoppolo, and that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Toney.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. James has got it, complete. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
This is your game, baby.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Whatever it takes, I'll get it. That's smart, baby. Let's go, baby. That's how it's fun.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken at about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Let's go, y'all. Let's play now, baby.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Butker now to kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Here we go.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down and 2.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's rock and roll.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. Carlson able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Open man is Fortson. He's got it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. They go play fake. Mahomes.
That went into the hands of Tony downfield.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now it's 1st and goal. They go draw play to McKinnon. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score.
Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He'll get this to about the 38.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. On play action, now Garoppolo. That's caught by Myers. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The offense on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. Being chased out left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is recovered in the end zone by the defense. My goodness, what a late turn of events here.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On second and very short, Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. On the return, Carter. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the 22, Garoppolo. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing now is Mahomes. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Mahomes to throw once more. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on third. They had more guys than they could block. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now a carry for Jacobs, and he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 27-20. 1:44 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Mahomes. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Mahomes to throw it. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Jacobs now. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win?